Good evening, everybody. And I see my head is only half visible. Going to do some live coding today. Office development. Building some add-ins for Office. And oh, there my head's half head again. Let's see if it's all going to work out for today, because I'm just back from India and I still have a little bit of a jet lag. And let's start the show. Okay, let's start. We've been away for a week because last week I was in India. I had to visit my development team in India. Lots of fun. Crazy roads over there. Traffic all over the place. Let's put some music in. Okay, let's check if everything is working. YouTube. Is there something on live now? Yes, YouTube is live. And Twitch.
Oh, she hears. Oh.
Yes, live as well. Hey, Vani. Yes, I had a lot of jet lag. I still am a little bit tired. And nothing worked anymore because my Twitter account was disabled from my TweetDeck, and I forgot to boot up my virtual machine. So all goes well. Let's check, where's my virtual machine? Did I close my virtual machine? No, I did not. Let's change to the other view. There we are. It's March 12th. Next week we will be in Redmond. Fanny as well. And Gerald will be in Redmond as well. And what's going on over there? The MVP Summit. What's the MVP Summit? Let me show you. MVP at Microsoft. Let's check this over here. MVP Summit. Complete next week. What's the global MVP Summit? Anyway, that's a big event for all the worldwide MVPs, Microsoft MVPs. They are invited to attend the big event on campus in Bellevue and Redmond. Bellevue is the little town just next to the Microsoft campus, and we are going to meet and speak and talk to a lot of the Microsoft program managers and devs and whatnot, and we are going to party a little bit, but most of all learning and learning and learning and learning. Let's see, there's a big lag with the chat. Yeah, that might be related to the that's interesting, because I don't see the YouTube chat in here. Is it? Why isn't the YouTube not showing in here? Can you say something new, Fanny? Let's see if it's popping up. Must be related to the live stream stuff. Live stream. No, there's something different. Well, I'll need to check that out later on, I think. It's ultra real-time mode. What's an ultra real-time mode for YouTube? I can see it in here because if can I do this? Let's see if no, that's not updating at all. My complete system is ruined since last week because this is not correct. Oh, anyway, I can see the chat. That's the most important. Even though it's an ultra real-time mode. No clue what that's about. You can't rewind it on ultra real-time mode. Yeah, but it's not even showing in my beautiful window over here. Why is that not updating? Because this is what you see. Strange things are going on. Change. Let's see if a Streamlabs link is working. Yeah, that's white text on white text. Well, anyway, I need to figure that all out because that's not working anymore. But I can see the comments from everyone in the YouTube chat. Not sure if you can also see it if someone puts it in on Twitch. Maybe Fanny can put it on Twitch also. A little bit of comment. And yeah, what are we going to do today? My guess was to explore a little bit more of the Windows Script Lab. WinWord. Previously, 2 weeks ago, we have been watching the Script Lab. Is it still available? Script Lab. There's Script Lab. Code. Ta-da! Not sure what it's doing. Put some random text in. Oh. Rend. That's it. Highlight a little piece of text. Let's see what's going on if I run this one. Run in this pane. Oh yes, clear the text. Add text. Wow, this looks like the code that I put in last week, 2 weeks ago. And try to insert a list. There's a list. Well, still working. Not that I expected it to be working, but it is. And I did in the same pane, but I think this should be better if you put it run, then you get it side by side. That's a lot easier. So let's find out what's going on in here. We have an HTML part. That's giving this little piece of information over here. The add text. That's this one. With the button over there. Insert list. That's that one. And there's some beautiful layout over here. Section samples and section sample button setup. And more buttons. I'm not sure what's the use of duplicating the button. What happens if you remove it? It should be working. Okay, I think. Still working. I see a live change. That's also fun. Add some awesome funny text. Then I need to change my code, because somewhere in here it's not funny text, but it's Maarten text. Fanny Reinders. As clear is. It should actually clear. Oh, it's already doing that, clearing the body. So if it's completely filled with rubbish, I can still add some funny text in here. And there you have it, funny text. How cool is that? Fanny is my buddy. Is going to do some live coding probably tomorrow on .NET Core Live. He's actually building a cool system built with, I should say without servers, serverless, with Cosmo DB and some other crazy tools. He's moving from VB, I think, a little app built in the 1990s. Yeah, see you later, Fanny. Good luck with the stream, yeah. I need that, because I'm totally unplanned doing this. And but Fanny maybe tomorrow live streaming, and otherwise we are back on Thursday with the weekly SDN cast. And today I was planning to do some research on how to work with the word object model. We already found that you start with a run function. If I put this in here and blow this up. Oh, and let's see, there's a little bracket. There it is. Can I create this bigger? Yeah, that's even sizable. Yeah, so all the functions, you start with the async function insert list. In this case, that's triggered by this function, the button, and by doing so, Word is started in an async and starting an async context, and going on the end, finalizing. What's the first bracket? That's this one. Yeah. So let's Google a little bit, and see what they are going to say about that. Google. Word run Office. There it is, Office.js. Word JavaScript API overview. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Word JavaScript API. install, I think we already did this. If you use TypeScript and have npm, you can get the TypeScript definitions by typing in your command. Typings. Running word add-ins. In this case, they are not doing the run. Oh, there's the run. In this case, they initialize office with a reason. Ready function. The reason object tells you how the add-in was initialized. The values can be inserted. The add-in was inserted to an open document. Document opened. The add-in was already inserted in the document and the document was opened. Check for the DOM to load using jQuery ready function. Ready. So that's doing the initialize, and after that run a batch operation against the Word JavaScript API object model. Use the context argument to get access to the Word document. And how is this compared to what we see over here? They have two functions, insert, control, setup. There's no initialize in here, I think. So if you compare it to the other one, let's see, where did it go? I lost my... there. Here's the word one. This is basically the same as the function over here. And use strict is... I can better do this in the VM. Because that's easier to put side by side. Let's see. The ready function, is that used also in here, the ready function? Don't think so. Ready. Oops. That was not searching. So why do I do this ready thing? Check the DOM for the DOM. Oh, wait, that's the document itself. Let's quickly see what's going on if we do this. Okay, Control X. Let's put that in Notepad for a while. Just to keep it safe. Then we go to the page. Let's do this, copy. Paste. It's not pasting. Allow access. Yes. Oh. Let's see, what does it say over here? The batch function passed to the run method didn't return a promise. This one. How was that compared to the other one? Easy when it's all new. that was over here. The difference between this one and the other one, that's this one is not async. Do we need an async? What's happening if we remove this? Oh, it's not commenting. Declaration of statement expected. Line 27. Oh yes, of course. Because we also need to comment this part. There you have it. And can I step into this? No. Did nothing. And if you look at this, if you do it the other way, that would mean word run and this context. Interesting. Also, I should think that this anonymous function, in this case he called it a name, so this is executed always. Let's go back to Google again. Word run function. Exists, run. Yeah, what should be putting in there? At least this is the basic thing. Executes a batch script that performs actions on the work object using the request control of previous created API object. Blah blah blah. Expected 1 or 2 arguments, but got 0. And what's the syntax of this? Should be a reference something here. Yes, there is the reference. Run. Where did it go? Executes a batch script that performs action on the Word object model using the request control of the previous created API object. And this one, if I run _1 and I run _2, executes a batch script, performs action on the Word object using the request context of a previously created API object. That's the same as this one. When the promise is resolved, any tracked object that were automatically allocated during the execution will be released. Okay. Executes a batch script that performs actions on the word object model using the new request context. When the promise is resolved, any tracked objects that were automatically allocated during the execution will be released. So what's the difference between this one? When the promise is resolved, any tracked objects that were automatically allocated during execution will be released. That's the same. So what's the difference between 1 and 2? Word run. In the case of the documentation, it was saying something like function context, function context. And the function that's already in there. The function itself needs to return what does it return? Return a context sync. Copy this, copy, put it in here. Body context, body text, insert text, return context, argument of type, context request context, void is not assignable to parameter. Context require type void is not assignable. It's a promise. Return context sync. Okay. So in this case, it initializes. What's this? The initialize occurs when the runtime environment is loaded and the add-in is ready to start interacting with the application and hosted document. The reason parameter of initialize event listener returns an initialize reason, enumeration value that specifies how initialization occurred. Task pane or content add-in can be initialized two ways. The user inserts it from recently used add-in sections of the add-in drop-down list of the insert tab of the ribbon, or the user opened a document that already contains the add-in. Okay. So can we do anything with it? Oops, control. Let's say, what's this? Console log. What will we putting in there? Body contents maybe? Body contents, and from there body text. And how did we get the body? We did not require the body yet. Acquire the body. That's var body is context. Oops. Context document body, and then we need to load the context. Load. What are we loading? We are loading the body and the property text from the body. So there you have the body variable, and you load it with the body text, and now there's nothing in the body text. Oops. I remove some stuff over here. Oh, it's just a word wrap. That's it. Let's put this again in another notepad. No, there's no need to put it in notepad. So I put in this rand. So like this. Now if I run this side by side, got it. That's it. Side by side. To run the snippet, yeah, choose run from the ribbon. So I told you I got it, but I did not get it. I need to do this. $33, expected. Yes. Because there's the comma. Oh, we just put a plus in there. Yeah, let's see, this one, that's the other one. Close this. Then run again. The property text is not available. Before reading property value, call the load method on the containing object and call context sync on the associated request context. Load, but we did do the load. Look, context sync. Is that right? Close this. Property text. This is text. It's not available. Before reading the property's value, cell call the load method on the containing object and call context sync on the associated request context. But that's what we did, wasn't it? Yeah. Text is not available before reading property value. Call the load method. That's what we do over here. So what did we do wrong? Body. There's a context sync. Oh, wait a minute. It's then. Yeah. Obviously, function. And there's function again. Brackets. Oops. We don't want to return it this time. Context. Return context sync, then function, open function, console log. Yeah, this we already did the sync. Console log. Body content. Yeah, now we have this one too much. Yes. Why is this? This one is coming all the way. This one is this one, that one is that one, this one is this one. Argument of type request is not assignable. See what's going on if you try to run this. I must say, using Visual Studio Tools for Office is a lot easier than this. Oh, shoot. Run. The batch function passed to the run method. Didn't return a promise. The function must return a promise so that any automatic track object can be released to the completion, but that was the other one, wasn't it? You couldn't return a promise by returning the response from context sync, so we need to do return something like this. Oh, it already did this. Video provides. Do you see what's going on here? Okay. Let's split this up a little bit. So if I close this again and I run it, actually really worked. There's a log, body contents, video, blah, 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 until all the way to device. That's this one. So it's, yeah, completely to this. And if I close this, is some awesome first WordApi code. Still learning as we go. So if I run this, yeah, this is some awesome first WordApi code, still learning as we go, and that's Actually, it worked. And what it said, run a batch operation against the Word JavaScript API object model. So apparently, use the context argument. If I set this to here, oops, I can remove this, and this we already did. Yeah, instead of the body, I took the text. So what I'm curious about is why did the initial code give me an error? Because it said would run function context for body document context. So it apparently you need to create a proxy object. Oops. Create a proxy object for the word for the document body. Yeah, and then we were loading it. Queue up a command. Queue a command to load the text property of the object of the proxy object, and the proxy object was the body. Queue a command to load the text property, that's the text property of the body context, body object, and then some additional stuff over here. Copy, put some text in. And this case, let's remove this, copy this, this is some awesome first WordApi code, still learning as we go. You notice that every time if I do something about this, puts it to the end. So queue a command to insert text into the end of the word, into the body with insert text. Yeah. So if we want to do this like with the button, we have to change it a little bit. There's a function setup. There's this one. And now I'm going to change this to a setup function, but line 43 declaration or statement expected 43. Yeah, because this is not setup. Insert controls, click. This is the insert controls. Insert controls, here is the insert controls button. So if you want to insert controls, we click this. Insert control, try catch, insert list, and obviously we don't have the try catch anymore. So the reason I don't want to copy it is because I'm still learning, and I only can do that by doing. See, that's an async function. Oops, where did it go? There. That's a function that's called over here. Try catch, copy. Try catch and try catch. So call back. In the try catch, try. That will do the await. Call back. Catch probably. Yeah, and obviously that takes an error. And write the error to the console. Console error. Error. Why is the shift delete not working? Not sure what the command is for deleting a line in code. So I now implemented try catch. Try catch as this one, and the function is called insert list. So that's not insert list. This should be setup. Setup. Setup, click. And then try catch. Setup. Setup as this one. Setup, which we now replace with this one. I'm not sure why the initialize event must be run on each page to initialize the Office.js. I don't think this is the case if you run it in this script lab. So let's remove this. We already removed that. In the end, let's fix the brackets. What one? That's this one, that's this. Setup, no, yeah, should be bracket, this one is this one, should be okay. So now if I clear this and run this, Now we have the button page again, and this is no longer some funny text, but this is some awesome first text. Some awesome first text. Okay. Awesome first text. And it actually did not work, I think. Why is not working? Body context. Yeah, there's a little bit, I think. Because that's because it's probably not async. Also, because async, await, word run, async. Let's see, setup, await word, run, async, context, and now we have this one for body context document body. Yeah, maybe it's nice to do as well the body clear. Body clear. We don't need the context load anymore, apparently. That's interesting. The other option is doing context document body clear, and in my case I'm only going to clear it. Context, let me comment this and don't put the text in. Don't do this. Also, I'm not going to log anything at this time. Click. It should say await context. Yeah. So what's going on if I set up? Obviously there's nothing in there, so put in is run. Some text in there. It's not clearing it. Why is it not clearing? Async function setup, await, word run, async context, yeah. Body clear. So what if you do it the way they do it? Context, oops. Context document body clear. Oops. Await context sync. This is well very basic. Let's see. Still not clearing. Is the button the right one? Console log. Test. No. Why is this not working? Click. Must be missing something very trivial. Oh. Don't tell me. Dun, 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 dun. Stupid typo. This is exactly why I really don't like JavaScript. Because every time you do something crazy, like forgetting some brackets there. Let's do this again. Now from here. Random text. Or you can do is lorem. Oh. Like this. Now let's run this. And it's gone. Yes. Now it's queuing the text property, and we are going to insert some text. To the end. Plop. Ta-da. Let's see if it's actually on the end. At the end, I should say. Random text again. There you have it. Let's put the cursor on top, so I actually am not cheating. Run. Oh, I did clear it. Should disable this for now. No, I need a body. Oops. For body, but I don't want to clear it. Is random text. There you have it. Put a cursor in the middle, and now I'm add some awesome first text to the end. And instead of to the end, I can also put it to the start. Yeah, there you have it. But I would like to see insert break paragraph. It needs some sort of an there's something wrong over here. Oh, yes, of course. Body insert paragraph. Before this. Oh. Also to the, let's see. Insert location and location. That should be words. Insert location and insert paragraph text, insert location. Always do paragraph text, nothing. Oh, it should be something like this, maybe? No? Let's find out. Name it parameter JavaScript. From is. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Expected 2 arguments, so they're both to be expected. And the other one is insert location, paragraph text. Paragraph text is needs to be start or end. Okay. Do. And so what's wrong with this? Come on. Graph, maybe. Paragraph text. Come on, guys. How hard can this be? Yeah, that worked. But you should be able to do this all the reverse way, I think. Click. 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 Does this one test? Yeah, test. Insert paragraph at a specific location. Insert location can be start or end. So why is this capital S, capital E? Oh, they're both required. There you have it. Text to be inserted. Insert location required. So why is this not? Because if I set this to end, see, that's not working. That's what I expected, but the context. See, the value can be start or end. Or could I just say start? Okay. Oh, okay. So you don't need to put in the word location object, but you can also put in the text. It's actually also saying this. Insert paragraph, then end before, where is it? End before, after, start and replace. But you can also put in word location start word insert location start. So what does this mean then? Ah, there you have it. That translates to the text start. Okay, I can get it. Let's clear it first. Because now it's clearing it. We can now, if I do this, I put the paragraph to the top and the text to the end. So can I also put in, not saying end, I can also say, oops, end, maybe? Now change this to end. Yes. Well, that completely simplifies it a little bit by changing the location into a string. Interesting. Now I wonder, can we also insert a table? Clear. Clear, clear, clear. Insert a table. Body. Insert table. Yes, there we have a table. What does it need? Row count. Well, we need at least 3 rows. And that's a number. And we need column count. 4 columns. And we need an insert location. Well, we now learned that we can put it to the end. And let's run this. There you have it. Does it return the table? Yes, it returns the table. Okay. Let's try that. For table equal to body insert table. Yeah, so I need clear. Yeah. So now I want to do something with the border of the table. Table. Come on. Table border. Get border. Does not exist. Border. Let's Google this. Google. I'm already in Google, of course. Table, Office, JS, change, border, style. My guess is that this should be the same Excel as Word. Border to a table. Word table class. The question is, what API is used over here? Table border. There's table border. Table border. Table border. API set. Requirements. This is most advanced. 1.3. And what was the way to test this again? Google. No, I'm already in Google. Test requirement set is JS Word. Already quick quickly looked at this, I think, last time. Does it start? Set element, workbook, XML. We will look into that later, but not today. Runtime check. Copy. Paste. Context requirements. It is supported. Basically, I just want to see what's the current one. It is variable, probably. Just want to see what the current requirement set. How to check? Sets availability. But I want to know how to do this. Is set supported? Google current supported requirement and set Office JS Word. Detecting word online is blah blah. Now let's start on top. This is something completely different. Paragraph object. Requirement set. Yeah. Check the supported requirement set. Check the supported requirement. Yeah, that's what I want. But then you can say copy. Let's see, is supported WordApi. What I want to check is var requirement set name is WordApi. Is that context sensitive? Little capital A, little p, little I. Var version number equals to is supported. Let's see. 1.1. What's not to like on this? String is not assignable. Number? Oh, wait. Yes, that's it. And then we do I think something like console log. Version 1.1, I should say, yeah, supported. .1 supported and 1.2. Can I do this? Because this is JavaScript. Is supported. 1.3 supported. 1.4 1.4 is not supported actually, because I think WordApi 1.4 is still not available. Google WordApi require set WordApi requirement sets. Yes, there's only 1.3. 1.3, 1.3, 1.3. 1.2, 1.1. It's probably no longer supported, maybe. 1.3. I wonder what the roadmap is for. This one is 16.0. Build number for Office 2016 installed for your MSI is. And what do we have over here? Options? No, not options. This one. Info? No. Account, maybe. Yes. About Word. This one is 16. Cool. Oops. 16.0.11328 11328 dot 2140 Word Let's see. Requirements set. I wonder what version this is. One 11328, 11328, 11328, 2140. This one. Yes, February, no, March 2nd. Okay. Well, let's finish with that. Let's see what's going on if we upgrade my Word version. Update now. Checking for updates. Let's kill this. Don't save it. Because next time we will continue with some more object, Word object model things. And we need to think about building something that's actually useful. So if you have ideas in that area, just put it in there. Notepad. On my Twitter account, AF V Stam format. Where's my make this really big. Ideas on what to build in our next live coding event. Put a tweet on Maarten van Stam, that's me, and we'll see if we can do something to build it. I think that's it for today. 1 hour and a half in, and we did learn some really basic stuff. It's completely different compared to VBA or VSTO. So I probably, if you're not used to JavaScript as I am, you probably also think that this was some strange exercise. Meantime, while we are waiting for this to go on, move back to the main screen. Next week, most likely there won't be a live streaming event by me, because as I told at the beginning of the show, most of the SDN cast team members will be in Redmond, Microsoft, and I will be talking to the Office team members, and hopefully see some new stuff that's coming to Office. And Office these days is really big, with Teams, the Microsoft Graph, SharePoint, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote. So I've lots and lots to talk about with the Office team members. And the week after that, let's see, that will be the 26th of March. Then I will be back doing some live coding on YouTube Twitch, twitch.tv/AAFVSDAM. That's my credentials. AAFVSDAM. And hopefully I see you in about 2 weeks. And I say see you next time.